Hi everyone, welcome to another weekly episode of Mondays with Marian. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new, feel free to check out the other videos, especially the intro one where I talk about why I decided to start a channel. Every week I bring a new video every Monday and I talk about a lot of different things from entrepreneurship, spirituality, book recommendations, share stories and experiences and tips that hopefully help you just as much as they've helped me. So I really wanted to talk about a topic that's perfect for the season. So I don't know about you guys, but the weather kind of affects my mood sometimes. And I know that you may see that it's sunny right now. I live in Miami, but it's around the winter time and I feel that it's getting a little bit chillier and the days are really short and I feel like it gets dark like at 4 or 5 o'clock and it feels like it's 9, 10 p.m. So I recognize that it kind of like affects my mood sometimes, or I get tired a lot quicker, or I'm like, man, I think I should just go to sleep, and I look at my watch and it's like 8 or 9 p.m. and I'm like, okay, it's just really early. But I've been feeling the kind of like lull, and I know there is such a thing as like climactic depression or things like that. I don't think I'm super depressed or anything. I can recognize the times that I am, but I know that it affects my moods. So I just wanted to give a few tips of what I do every time I sort of feel this kind of like lull or rut or feel a little bit unmotivated because it's either cold or dark or gloomy and rainy. And there's a way to sort of embrace the changes that we have, especially with the seasons. So when you really think about it, this happens every year. We're all about cycles, it's all part of nature, and it's all cyclical. And I think the number one thing that I do is to be grateful, actually. I express a lot of gratitude and I sort of accept that this is the natural order of things instead of trying to fight it. Before I'd be like, oh, I hate the cold, I hate winter, and sometimes I still say that because I'm such a warm weather person. But I'm more aware when I say that and I catch myself and I'm like, and then I say gratitude. Thank you for the change in weather. That means that there's progress and this is all a part of nature. It's just as normal as the warmth, and without the rain that we have, we wouldn't have such amazing greenery here in Miami. There's a purpose for everything, even though it may be inconvenient sometimes when it's raining really hard or all the time, there's a purpose to it. So instead of being angry about it or sad or just kind of like putting those negative thoughts out there, I actually express gratitude. And that really changes my perspective because I'm like, I wouldn't appreciate the sunny days and the sunshine and the summers here and all of that if I didn't have a comparison, right? Like if it was all just sunny days, we would kind of really take it for granted. But now it's a way to say thank you, to appreciate that it's all part of nature and it's all normal. The winter time, it's actually really, a lot of animals, as you know, hibernate. And I think this is a really, really good time to do a lot of self-reflection and to really work on self-love and self-care. So around this time, I've noticed that I've really gone into be more introspective and doing things a lot by myself. So I've really taken this time that we have longer nights to read a lot more. I've been journaling a lot more. And my meditations in the evening have been a lot longer too. So I have my morning meditations and that's usually the longest, but I've noticed now that it's darker earlier, my evening meditations are a lot deeper and longer too. So take this time to really work on yourself. Think about all the things that happened this year, what was good, what was bad, you can improve on, and what you can do to change so that next year is even better. So a lot of introspection is really good. It's a really good way to have that quiet time to yourself. I light candles, incense, I draw baths, which I have to do soon. I haven't done in a long time. I meditate and I listen to really cool music. I've been using the Insight app a lot, which has some really good sound bath meditations and a few other really cool sound vibrations. Another thing that I've noticed I've been doing is keep with your regular routine of working out. Sometimes we get a little bit lazy during the winter with all the really good food, with Thanksgiving and the holidays, and we kind of slip back a little bit when it comes to working out. I think you should really still maintain it. So I still go to yoga. It's a lot harder sometimes to get up when it's colder in the morning or to go after work because it's so dark, but sometimes I either change ahead, I pack my gym bag early in the morning so that I have it straight after work and I can go straight, and just keep it part of your daily routine to do something active and that'll really still release the endorphins and keep you in a better mood than kind of like feeling lazy and lull. I think sometimes we can give into it, but don't make it a habit. And this is something that I have to remind myself all the time. I have to like convince myself, because it's nice to like just stay in and snuggle when it's cold, right? Another thing is, maybe this is the perfect time to pick up a new hobby. What if you've wanted to start knitting or start watercolor painting or do something for yourself? This is really a great time to study something new, learn something new, and get a new hobby. It's also a great time to do a lot of quality time with your family. If you have kids, it's a really good time to bond with your kids, do something indoors. This is a great time to maybe host some potluck dinners and have like people come over and do a dinner and just spend time inside instead of being out if it's too cold, or if it's like raining all the time, it's too dark and you don't want to be out. I think it's a really good time to kind of like just spend some quality time. Put the phones down, don't always be on your phones, but be present and just enjoy each other's company. That's things that I do, and I really try to prepare myself and take this time to work on myself and all the things that I want to do. And the self-care and the self-love, because I think when you're dwelling in a place of contentment and peace, a lot of things like the weather won't really affect you as much, or you can change that perspective a lot quicker when you have that awareness. You know, I'm able to catch myself when I kind of start thinking like, or start complaining that it's like too cold or it gets dark too easily. I like can sense it. I'm like, Marianne, don't complain. You should actually be grateful. This is awesome. What can I do? And I, start reminding myself and putting into practice everything that I talk about and I preach. So it's a really good time for like self-reflection and to work on yourself. Self-love, do those baths, get those massages, stay in and heat some hot tea or cocoa and read a book, catch up on documentaries. It's a really good time to do that. That's it. Let me know what your tips are to kind of keep the mood up during the holidays and during the winter time. Let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much for tuning in again. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram and the rest of my social media. Don't forget to subscribe. And I have a really cool announcement coming up next week. So yeah, bye. Till next time.